This is Michael from Louisiana, and you're listening to Lofi Poli Sci, episode 500. Oh yeah, Lofi Poli Sci coming at you, people! Episode 500. Michael Pickering here talking about what's going on in our world today, and truly celebrating what someone wrote into me and called a milestone for Lofi Poli Sci, 500 episodes. And I'll get to it later on what it all means to me, but there's a list of things, because of course there's a list of things. I love me some lists, but a list of things I want to talk about today with you. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of this episode that is directed straight at you. So go ahead and go old school and press pause and get you a pen and paper, because if something pops off to you that you want to take part in, well, you already know. So I suppose the first thing I want to talk about is a series of things that I want to do for the coming of season 6 that I want all of you to help with. And you heard that intro today, the cold intro, I mean. And in case you're wondering, a cold intro, that's just an intro before an intro, so an intro without music. So I'm talking about the part where I open the episode by saying, "This is Michael from Louisiana, and you're listening to Lofi Poli Sci." That's the cold opening. And I want you to consider making one for yourself and sending it on in. And I want to use those for cold opening intros for throughout season 6, starting next month on August 15th. And that is officially the first time I've announced the season 6 release date, as a matter of fact. Monday, August 15, season 6, episode 1 airs. Today, we're on episode 84 of season 5, but series 500. But this new season, I want more people to understand what the We That We Be really is, and that it isn't just me. It's not just one or two of you, it's all of us. And what better way to show people who we are than by having all of you take turns introing into the show, am I right? That'd be pretty cool. So record yourself, people, or you and a friend, or you and family members, and just say something like, "This is Natalie, and you're listening to Lofi Poli Sci," or "This is Aaron from Washington State, and you're listening to Lofi Poli Sci." Make it your own, make it you. And I'm also going to start putting together another intro similar to this one right here.
We are
Lofi Poli Sci. Yeah, I dig that intro so much. But that was season 3, and we cut that track together over a year ago for the 1-year anniversary episode. So let me know if you're interested in being part of the new cut of what I call the voice of Lofi Poli Sci. Now, what else? Well, for season 6, seriously consider coming on the show. I want to do a series of different kinds of guest spots with you. And in fact, I've even been thinking about cutting together some cold opening intros with some of you. So, for instance, if you're not sure about recording your own cold opening by yourself, or you're not really sure about coming on the show and doing a full guest spot, consider recording a cold opening with me. It could be something real quick, like catching up with an old friend. We'd fade in the volume to us already talking, doing a little quick chit chat, and then we cut to something saying, "Oh yeah, you're listening to Lofi Poli Sci." And then the intro music comes in and the show starts. Also, I know a lot of you listening out there are long gone out of my classes, and it's been a minute since we've talked. Come on the show, just to catch up, and we'll talk about whatever you want. Or if there's 2 of you that both listen, you both come on together and the 3 of us talk. But season 6, I want far more interaction with all of you. And really, so does everyone else. So write down with your pen and paper, potential Lofi Poli Sci guest spot, ? And then put ... Yes, exclamation point. Come on, people, you know you want to do it. But transitioning from wanting to interact with all of you more on air, I think it's about time we all interact a little more in person. And I don't have a date yet, and I'm working on the location, but I'm trying to put together another Lofi Poli Sci live show in September sometime. And it would be in New Orleans again. And that's all the details I can give you right now because I still have a lot to iron out, but it's time. So keep an ear out for updates with that. Now what else? More season 6 stuff maybe? Yes. New music and new episode artwork really, really soon. I'll be working on both for season 6 because we're just over a month away, and it takes time for me to create these samples and to edit them and then send them out, then get feedback and then re-edit and then resend out and then put together final pieces for the new season. So, hit me up if you're interested in reviewing samples for season 6, and if you'd prefer episode art or music or both, let me know. Also, the website, lofipolisci.com, is getting a rework for season 6, and we'll need people to look over it and to test it and to see, and what do you think about it? Is it user-friendly, both on PC and on mobile devices, as well as just making sure it looks fly as hell, people, because, sometimes I do some pretty lame-ass shit, that real talk. We all know that. So I need you to keep me in check from doing ridiculous things on the website. So if you're interested in taking part and looking at the website for us, let me know. But also for season 6, I've decided to go with 5 days a week short form programming. We like the flow of it. We like being able to talk to you often, and we like getting in and out quick with the episodes. It keeps us on the mark, to the point, and not overly dragging on and on. And oh, the weather today, it's hot and sticky icky out there. Yes, I know. You missed that long form, don't you? The long form experiment for the first 4 months of season 5 was cool, but it's not us, at least not right now. And I'm not saying I won't ever do a long form global news show again. I likely will. And, really anytime I do Pickering Unplugged about a particular story, well, you know. But I also want to come up with some new segments for programming schedules this season, or at least vary it up a little bit. But so far, I'm thinking that for Mondays, bringing back Messy Monday, that fast pace weekend recap for you. I do miss getting into the messiness. Tuesdays, they are going to stay Tuesday's top 10 because we all love us some lists. I mean, really, really, lists are so fun. And Gregory Day will still be around doing his monthly movie top 10 list. I love these episodes so much. Big shout out and thanks to Gregory Day, for we just made our 1 year anniversary of doing top 10 movie list. Thank you, Gregory Day. Truly. And Good News Friday is staying as well because, well, we all need the goodness in our lives, and it's really just a fun show for all of us to listen to and to not think about the rest of the world, even if it's just for 5 minutes every Friday. Because that 5 minutes of unplugging and smiling, well, that heals the soul. So Good News Friday stays. But that brings us to Wednesdays and Thursdays. And for this, I'm considering a rotating schedule. And firstly, I'm considering continuing doing Country in the Spotlight on Wednesdays in the fall. Although considering, not sure yet. I may drop back to just doing it twice or even once a month, just to free up more episode space in the programming schedule. I'm also considering using Wednesdays for more Lo-Fi Global News, because I want to increase the news coverage during season 6. It's summertime right now, and it's all about us doing our thing and having some fun, but come next month, we focus. And now we're on to Thursdays. Thursdays, if I can get enough of you. I'm ready to dedicate every Thursday for season 6 to guest spots with you. And these don't have to be long episodes, and in fact, I'd prefer if we keep them short and, keep with the spirit of the short form programming this season. But if I'm going to do this, I mean, really, if we're going to do this, you need to write into me and you need to start talking with me about what it is that you want to talk about. I'm telling you, I think everyone would love every Thursday guest spots with you and me. But I need you to make that happen. So the potential programming schedule for the fall season: Messy Mondays, Tuesdays Top 10, Wednesdays Country in the Spotlight or Lo-Fi Global News, Thursdays Guest Spots with you, and Friday Good News Friday. Now again, that's just the potential/tentative programming schedule. If any of you have a great idea for a new segment, or a spin on an old segment, well, you better damn well write in. I mean, come on, help the effort, people. Save the Lofi Poli Sci. And there's one other addition, really, one last addition I want to talk to you about for season 6, and then we're going to transition into a bit of a different discussion. But this one's kind of a big step for me, for us, if we want it to be. I'm considering to begin the expansion of the Lofi Poli Sci podcast and to include written news articles that'll be published on the Lofi Poli Sci website. And I'm considering opening that up to all of you as well. Now, I need to make a decision about another portion of Lofi Poli Sci first. And then, if writing news articles is an expansion we want to take, that's up to us. That's something we have to decide. But could you imagine an app on your phone called, I don't know, maybe something like Lo-Fi Global Media? Just a thought. Listen to some tunes for a minute. Write some notes to yourself. Gotta get my hydration on. Back in a second, peeps. Yes, indeed. A little throwback to season 5 long-form episodes with our very own For You, so you know I'm here. And I don't know if I ever really told everyone, but I made that back at the beginning of season 5 this year, the beginning of the school year, right after I got into a pretty serious car wreck. And I had to miss a week of classes and a week of casting Lofi Poli Sci. But in the middle of me being gone for a week, I still wanted you to know that I was there. Hence the title of the track I made and dropped that very week while I was out. For You, so you know I'm here. And I want to talk about season 5 for just a minute because really, it's almost over. It's just about a month. Season 5 ends. And we did a lot this year. But the end will be at over 100 episodes in season 5. And we had never done long-form episodes before, as far as long-form news episodes before. And I don't really like how they came out when compared to the short-form episodes. I really don't. But there were some elements of them that I really enjoyed making, like the musical breaks. I like doing that. Or the different segments, the connecting the dots. Story time was always really fun for me. And P.S., I really enjoyed doing the weather. No matter how silly it may have seemed sometimes, I really always liked doing the weather. Maybe I had the wrong thing. Maybe instead of a political scientist, I should have been a weather person. Just a thought. But another first time for us in season 5 was creating a mini-series on Lofi Poli Sci. And that was the 9-part mini-series called Our World in Numbers on development indicators and top 10 country list. And without even realizing it, we created a way for us to do long-form episodes while still maintaining a short-form Tuesday platform. Each of those 9 episodes were short. But if you listen to the entire miniseries together, that series is over an hour and a half long. We found a way to have a really big conversation, a paramount conversation, paramount for you, had to drop that in there, but incrementally and in an easily consumable way. And now we have 2 new miniseries going on. Talking Trees, a 4-part miniseries on forests around the world with just 1 episode left. And I love Talking Trees, it's so fun. And then Country in the Spotlight, where we use everything we talked about in Our World in Numbers and apply it to different countries around the world. So far we've done Panama, Somalia, Tuvalu, Mongolia, El Salvador, Australia, Mexico, and the UK. 8 countries and counting. And only about 192 countries left to go. But that's one of the things I love so much about talking to all of you through Lofi Poli Sci. It's about finding new ways to have an ongoing conversation about, well, yes, I'm going to say it, you've been waiting for it, but about finding new ways to have our ongoing conversation about our famous question, what's going on in the world today? Because that's what Lofi Poli Sci really is, right? It's an ongoing conversation about us and who we are and in the world that we live in. And for 2 years, 4 months, and 500 episodes, we've been having that conversation. And that does not happen without you. Me, I'm just a voice in the wind. But we steal the waves in the air, and we never give them back. We are Lofi Poli Sci, and we exist only because of you. And thank you for that. You have in so many ways given my life purpose, given me motivation, and graced me with the presence of your soul. You've kept us going for 500 episodes. Today's a celebration for all of us, and especially for you. So thank you for always being there for me. But now how to end the show? How to end episode 500, people? ? Well, maybe a bit like this, a bit of a throwback to give us all some perspective on where we've been versus where we're going. So I'm going to give you the outro of episode 1, season 1, unedited, and then I'll outro out how we do it today.
And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Let me say thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, wash those hands, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. Pickering, signing off.
So that was then. This is 500 episodes later. Speak to me, people. I want to hear your voice. And it's not a cliche or a catchphrase. It's a lifestyle. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Talk to you Monday, Lo-Fi listeners. Pickering, signing off.